You saw their ill-fated delinquency contravene with a contortion that flouted an impish leisure, while they were trying to make the narrative for what it wasn't. You were observing what was hidden behind the veil, calling out their discrepancy, hitching a rope on the rafters that fastened the truth of actuality, divulging within the sustenance of your loyalty that demands the rightfulness by prompting fervent heat, and you gave them just enough rope to hang themselves. You are a threat, not because you were yielded with innovation, but instead because you exposed their mendacious insignification, where they were trying to deceive the phenomenon inevitable and its happenstance. The infinite possibilities in your corporality referred unto them their arrogance, and they are left shamed for having been revealed under the grayscale, revealing with your light their shades of deviancy. Where they were trying to tussle a storyline mannered with detail made of their habitual conduct, making content in the womb of their contradictory, yes, all the while, all your conservations, elements, you reiterated by the facts in reality's current association, by a surge, as a fluent composure, monumentally Benedictine, as a rival unto the opposition of their lies. They've withdrawn. Now they are scuffled with the naked certitude of their egos, toxic and theatric fraud of fakeness. You stated your case with a profound endorsing disclosure to what was revealed under the howling cry of their desperation. You not only laid bare and uncovered the scheme, you left them sweltered for double-crossing you. Now all they can see is the indignant task they were carrying out. You leave them having to answer for the vexed conclusion of fallacious introspection. They cease to the raw and straightforward, unadorned, bare and unembellished image of themselves. Now they can't unsee the rigorous potential that you promote, and they've become astonished. They won't admit it, but they envy every part of your existence. Begrudged, they resent what they yearn, your very light. They thought you were an easy target, a victim they could criminalize, but you showed resilience with an unscathed capacitation. They are scrambling to keep their well-kept, meticulous mask from falling to the ground. Their maliciousness, despite of their malignity, they truly admire you. You brought the game with an objective to target their ignominy of mortification. You showed them they've fallen from grace, and now they can do nothing but watch you rise. Where they tried to deceive you, you had just by standing your ground, drawn boundaries, and though they will never admit it, they respect you. They are losing sleep because not only did they cross the very demarcate that exists in your spirit, they were intruding universal bounds that fundament with principles made of trust. And oh, how they didn't want trust to be the only faculty they could depend on, because that means they were ousted for their very game they were playing. The manipulation, the conniving deception, was all dismantled when eminently your light lured them in with a polarity so magnetizing they were made to honor your presence. They thought the game they played had a descent on you, but you only rose above the malevolence of their manipulation. You conceived to life the shadows of their darkness, and boy, were their shadows obstructed in an outrage. Your influence that drove them from withinside, with an uproar monstrositizing their spirits, troubling them to the core of their foundation. You raptured and summoned their demons, distorting them, grappling their hearts within them with an unease so intense that they were confounded and now have to admit you are abounded with a luxury from withinside so increasingly powerful. You left them doomed, foiled by your dispensation, now struggling them inside their catastrophe of adverse, counterproductive identities. They silently honor you. You not only took a piece of the results, to ethic a strategy of resolve. You were a conduit of unadulterated ferocity to candor. Genuinely, you stood your ground, authentically.